Hey guys, it is me, Tanya, founder of the TNG Designs Group Limited. I hope you're all keeping safe and well. Now, in this particular video, we're going to be talking about why your brand visuals could actually make or break you. And yes, for those who are saying visuals have got nothing to do with it, Tan, it's not, it doesn't play any high relevance in my book. Well, I would challenge you on that and tell you to actually start giving it the recognition that it actually deserves. Because here's the thing. Your brand visuals are actually your silent credibility builders. Get it right, and yeah, your credibility boosts. But get it wrong, and it actually could be a little bit of a killer when it comes to your brand. Meaning, people won't pay attention. And yes, with regards to the idea of finesse, it's not only about finesse, it's also about relevancy. So if you've got visuals that don't have any correlation to what it is that you do, or use it in a way that doesn't make any sense, or in fact present yourself in a very super pixelated, rough around the edges kind of a way that again has no kind of correlation to your brand, well then yeah, there's going to be a disconnect. And when there's a disconnect, your audience doesn't pay attention anymore. Their attention goes elsewhere, and that's what we do not want. So pay attention to your visuals, tap into the 3 key things that I'm about to share with you within this particular video, and then go ahead and start elevating your visuals to the best kind of a way that actually makes sense to you, your brand, and why it is that you do what you do. Simply because representation matters. The idea of what you do absolutely matters. Your way of showing up matters. And more specifically, you are more than what you see. So please know and understand that so you can keep elevating in the way that you do. And before you do all of that, please make sure you go ahead and like, subscribe to this channel, because as always, I share content just like this. And I want to make sure that you specifically, you who know all those other people within your industry, especially as an entrepreneur, especially as a service-based business owner, especially as someone who is wanting to make sure they are building the awareness in the right kind of a way around what it is that they do and why it is that they do it. The content that I share helps with all of that and then some. It helps you to position yourself as that go-to expert. And not only that, it helps you to build those connections that you're actually looking for in order to get the results that you're also looking for. So, folks, without further ado, let's just get stuck into it. So, as I shared with you, we're going to be talking about how your brand visuals could actually make or break you. Now, a lot of people won't even pay attention to brand visuals. They're just going to, tuck it to one side and fingers crossed something is going to land. They're going to have that continuous attitude about themselves. Now, if you've watched a few of my videos from beforehand, you know that hit 'em and hope 'em kind of attitude or way forward or strategy, if you like, is not the way forwards, because it doesn't work for yourself, and because more importantly, it just doesn't serve you. So what do? Well, you make sure that things make sense. And remember, I was saying at the very beginning of this video, it's not only just about the finesse of your visuals, it's also about the relevancy of your visuals. Make it relevant, make it make sense. Because when something isn't very well put together, unfortunately, that then draws your audience's attention away from what actually does matter. And more specifically, if there is something that is not relevant to the cause or the topic as to what you're actually talking about, again, that attention span for your audience is just going to be a fleeting kind of attention span, meaning that they're not going to want to know, because what is this for? It's going to create a disconnect. And when you create a disconnect, a lot of people will just push away from it, because confused people don't buy, right? We know that phrase. So pay attention to your visuals. Allow them to make sense to not only the cause or the reason why you're writing your post, for example, or showing up online or even showing up in person. Pay attention to your content, pay attention to how you are presenting yourself, so that disconnect does not happen. Now, the 3 things that you've got to make sure that you are paying attention to in order for everything to literally be cohesive. And what I mean by cohesive, we need it to all look the same. We need it to all give you that professional stance or that professional lead that others need to pay attention to. So this is what you've got to do. You've got to make sure that the first thing that you pay attention to is your style. So what I mean by that, when I'm talking about your style, yes, probably about, the way that you're wearing your clothes. Does it represent who you are, the perception of you, the perception of your brand? Does it represent you? When I'm talking about style, I'm also talking about your tone of voice. the message that you're delivering, does that always shine through in whatever it is that you're actually delivering, whether it be through a static post, a video piece of content, or maybe in person as well, or on your website? However that may be, whatever the delivery or the vehicle is your style remaining as it should do and adhering to your brand? Because again, if it's not, then there's going to be some kind of a disconnect, and there's not going to be that cohesiveness or that relationship that you're trying to build with your audience. It's going to be strained because people won't trust it. Again, if you're not getting your visuals right, it's almost like a silent trust killer. So with that in mind, pay attention to it. And by the way, folks, when it does actually come to your style, it's not just about the physical you. When I talked about the static post, what that actually looks like, it doesn't have to be an image or a picture of you, but also what is your brand colors? What are your fonts? All those kind of things also lend itself super well to your style. So are you being consistent with that? If you've recently changed things up or rebranded, well then have you taken your audience on that journey with you to help them understand that this is still you, but guess what? This is the new elevated you. Simply because you've paid attention to your values, you paid attention to all these key things that have made you you today, not what you once were. So have you let people know about that? When you let people know, you're bringing them in, you're helping them along on this journey with finding out more about what you stand for. Because remember, you are more than what you see. So that means that when you tap into your values as to why you have the credibility that you have, you're helping them to understand why you are the go-to person, why you are the person that is the right fit for what they are looking for. So make sure that you're showing up with your style. Make sure that everything is looking as it should do. And on the idea of looking as it should do, be consistent with it. And that's the second thing that you need to make sure that you are paying attention to. So when you're being consistent with the look, with the feel, with the perception of what it is that you stand for, you're giving people time to understand that this is the person to trust. Because remember what I said before, bad visuals, even to the idea of how you're actually showing up, bad visuals, what people are seeing, will cause that disconnect and will cause that disbelief, and more specifically will cause that mistrust. So allow them the time to understand that they should actually trust in you and that you actually do know what you're talking about. Simply because you're raising your value facts, simply because you're addressing their needs, simply because you are pointing out to them where they are right now, but equally where they could actually be if they follow your steps, if they follow your process, if they follow your way forwards. Because again, remember, you are showcasing that example of a way forward. So help them to know and understand that without, again, that word, disconnect. Help them to follow you on a journey that makes sense to not only you, but equally to them as well. So now on to the third thing. Now, the third thing you got to make sure that you're paying attention to really lends itself well to the idea of trust that I was just talking about. It's the thing that helps the perception of you to become real for your audience, to become real for your people in your people pool. It's the thing that allows this moment for your audience to understand and decide that you are the right fit for them. And I'm talking about your believability. Your believability, or the why you concept, okay? Your believability is the thing, once again, that allows your audience to understand why you are, once again, the right fit, simply because they get your journey, they get what you do, they get why you do it, and more specifically, they get how you can actually help them. Not somebody else within the industry, you can help them. Because now, with the idea of believability, they're aligning with you. They've now built that relationship, they've built that level of trust, they've built that level of understanding, more importantly, that allows them to take that next step with you. All because of your believability aspect. And by the way, folks, in your believability aspect, I'm not talking about you making up stories to help strum up emotion in order for people to really get on board with what it is that you're doing. No, we're not about that. You should definitely not be about that. What I'm talking about is, yes, to have a story about yourself, but a real and relevant story. Simply because when you're building your connections, right? When you're building that relationship, and not only building it, maintaining it and sustaining it, even more specifically, You've got to have stories that allows your audience or your people, once again, to really understand why you. Why you specifically? There are so many people within your industry. I'm pretty sure if your industry is just like mine, it's flooded out with so much talent. So why you over anybody else? Why you? Really think about what that element is. And I know some people struggle a lot with it. And if you do actually struggle with it, please go ahead and share that with me in the comments. And I'll be more than happy to come in and actually talk to you about it, because I think it's important to give you just that little bit of an idea that takes you that one step forward. So, what is your reasoning for doing what you're doing? Are you showcasing that? Is that actually being translated through your message? And when I'm talking about translated through your message, I'm talking about your brand message. You know, I've spoken about that beforehand. Your brand message is the key thing that will allow somebody to actually say, got it. I resonate with it. I relate to it. And yeah, more specifically, I align with it. So, what is your brand message? Are you sharing that again consistently? And more specifically, your style. Are you showing up as your style? Are you showing up with the consistency as to how you look, as to what it is that you're doing? Now, if you're the type of person, just going back to the style really quick, if you're the type of person who likes to switch up a hairdo or two, right? Share that with your audience, because sometimes we want a new look. We feel a different kind of a way, right? So take your audience on that journey with you, because they relate to it too. There are key things in life that everybody, no matter what language you speak, no matter what you look like, there are key things in life that everybody can relate to. Everybody relates to change. Everybody relates to ambition, whether or not you have it or not. Everybody relates to the idea of, you know what, sometimes you're just fed up the way how things are working and you want to make, once again, not only that change, but that difference as well. So, key things that people can relate to, tap into those. Make your content super relevant. So remember, your visuals have a huge role to play, especially when it comes to building the credibility of who you are and why it is that you do what you do. And also when they're done right or delivered right, they're also conveying your message as well. So make sure that when it comes to your visuals, you're actually giving them the attention that they actually deserve, with the idea of style in mind, with the idea of consistency in mind, and with the idea of believability in mind. So folks, I'm going to leave it there. I really hope this video really helped and resonated with you. Please make sure that you go ahead and like and subscribe to this channel, but more importantly, share this video with all other like-minded business owners, service-based business owners, more specifically, and entrepreneurs, all those who are in the space of making sure that they are wanting the awareness of their brand to really elevate to that next level. And on the note of doing so, make sure you go ahead and click on the first link that's underneath this particular video. Click on that link, and when you do so, you'll get taken to a page that, yes, it will ask for a few details. But what I'm going to do next is make sure that you get these 6 key principles that will allow you to keep pushing your brand forwards to the levels that you want it to be taken to. Also, that you can help those visuals of yours to really stand true to who it is that you are, and to really portray that person that you are, and to really also help you to show up in a way that's congruent to your standards and beliefs, share your message in the right kind of way, and also deliver your story that makes sense to not only you, but also to the audience that you're serving as you continue to build those connections. So folks, go ahead and do that, and I will see you on the other side.